All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Blueprints, where I was thinking about something I believe we saw in the last episode, where in the mailroom there's a note that talks about I think it's Danny Redvane being fired, and when you use a magnifying glass on it, it says, "Did they ever figure out or whatever that he's stealing Herbert's mail?" And I thought that was because in the greenhouse, and he was the groundskeeper. I'm taking this for the vault keys. We see he has a box of red envelopes, but I think it actually may be because there only seem to be 7 red letters. He stole one. Alzara tells you you're never going to find the last one. But I believe we're going to burn some steps here, sure. But I believe if we walk all the way over to the apple orchard, we figure out that he did in fact steal the last letter, and we know this seemingly for sure. Because, 1, this requires a date to unlock, which matches every other letter in safe. 2, this room has the little gem holder that's in every safe is on the floor, and this is his room because he's the groundskeeper, I think, or one of his rooms or something. This is the logbook before he started or something. Hold up. That's important. But I think, yes, he did in fact steal a letter. Are we going to find it? Maybe, probably not. But I think it was here. And that's just lore. I don't think that means anything. However, I'm glad I came over here, actually. We know about all this. We know about the lines, but statue of Orinda currently in the cloister with the much more appropriate angel, Rhina. Okay, so she is the one with the hoe, which we did suspect. The paragon of gardening. So I'm going to switch that page over in the old master note document. I think it's like this one, or maybe it's all the way at the bottom. That, dear God, I'm sorry for the flashbang. Which one is it? That we have our angels on. There it is. So, the one with the hoe is right, and I believe we did write down the order that's in the not the deed, next to the deed in room 46. So the hoe is. Hello? Hang on, let me fix that. Okay, we were drawing in black, and for some reason, I don't know what the hotkey is. I swapped to writing to black, and sometimes that just happens. But you are the hoe. Now we know as well, Orinda is the one in the cloister with the scepter and the shield. We already knew that. I called it staff when I first wrote it down, but this is Orinda. I think did we figure out that Draxus is death? I don't even think we really need to write that down. Actually, maybe I should put this on the other sheet. Let me undo all that. But the one where we list the true order of them, which is not this one, that tells us about day 1. This is about the symbols and all that. There it is. Okay. So you... I don't know why there's a random order down here. You are the scepter. You are the hoe. We can write it like this. And then you are certainly death. You're the last one. Okay. But this will be the correct order. So we got to click scepter first, then you, then you, then you, then you, then you. We just need to figure out who the rest of them are. But this book told us one we already basically knew, and one I believe we were assuming. Because I remembered it was either in that book or the book in the greenhouse that talked about that. Now, the other ones, I have no idea. One of them we believe is a cook, which could be in the kitchen. Or in the kitchen, there's a little tiny statue of them. I don't actually know that. That's just kind of what I am imagining. But anyways, 10 steps later, we can actually start the game. Glad I went over there, though, because we really have no need to anymore. We also might want to check, like, the Gemstone Cavern letter, just in case. Maybe one day. I guess we'll throw down a workshop here. We're still going to try to fill up the house. Still going to try to get the basement key. I don't think we have anything else in here, like, urgent. We filled out the armory. We like the morning room. We need to grab the dove coat. Oh, I'm very close. I just need to do the kennel is the last room. And it's the kennel, the dove coat, and the morning room, and the last thing's left to draw. The morning room we can make more common in the kitchen. It's if you eat a certain food. I can't remember. It's some breakfast food, but I believe that adds an extra one to the draft tool, but it's not necessary. We've seen the morning room before, but I think it's a dead end, and that's why we don't really take it. And the effect is just like mid, I think. It's like let's not start with the key tomorrow. Yeah, it's something very boring. No shovel. Parlor will hook me in. A security room. Sure, for the lab experiment, all that. But yeah, the morning room I think is just kind of bad. It doesn't have the world's greatest effect. But that's okay. We should still take it anyways because we're very close to completing the directory, getting our trophy. We need 8 trophies for whatever the blue tents does in the gift shop. Or even to see the price of blue tents, which may be, honestly, a clue in and of itself. And take up boudoir here. I don't think we're ready for an office. However, also I don't think I could afford the office, isn't it too? But anyways, another letter here. Really, we're just reading this for anything we can find. About the angels, about anything else. From Daniel. Okay. That one didn't seem to have much. Commissary cuts us off from the bottom at least. A pool has a sauna. We've only maybe seen the sauna once. The locker room could have something as well with all of the locked doors in it. If we have to open up all of them or most of them to find a specific thing. I mean, we take the parlor here, that's for sure. We get a magnifying glass. We love to see them. Not so much anymore that we can get a torch from the armory, but whatever. The box are in a gem with 2 statements. That is true. This is 2 statements. The gems are in the blue box. The blue box has at least 1 true statement. Yes. The white box has at least 1 true statement. We'll find out, and I guess that'll just give us the answer if that's true. Okay. So, you are false. Wait. It could still be over here. You're false. You're false. You have to be true. We've got... That's so whack how that comes out of the box. But there's our 40th one, so we get this trophy. Didn't quite get to see it, but it's win 40 parlor games. I hit tab or something too quick. Okay, we're dead here no matter what. I'll take a commissary. We can afford, like, gems or keys or a sleeping mask or whatever. Okay, a metal detector shovel is the classic. Assault shaker, sleeping mask, sweet. And we do have the workshop, so we're grabbing a detector shovel, which could help quite a bit. I did just get a sleeping mask, so let's pass through here. Even though, yeah, that's maybe... It's not the best thing for steps, but we're probably never walking back through there again, so... Let's go shovel, metal detector. If we need to light stuff on fire, we can always grab the torch if we find the armory. So I'm not that worried about using it. And we'd maybe still like the magnifying glass to inspect letters for the stamps. Drawing room. We've seen your safe recently, so I don't really care except to grab the gem. We've seen the note in there, or the letter. Another parlor. I really want keys. A dorm, I think maybe is an item, and obviously the actual effect of it, but I'll take the storeroom for 2 keys. Is there anything in here that's worth, like, looking at? I don't think so. It's really just storing a bunch of stuff from a bunch of other rooms, right? Redraw me. Okay, we did get the sauna. Can't really take the sauna. We die if we take that. So I'll grab the pump room really just to connect this. We could drain the aquarium. We could drain the pool. We could drain the kitchen for no reason. I like to fill the greenhouse up. We can't really do it all the way, so I'm not going to screw with it, but whatever. Let's use our detector shovel to maybe get some keys. More keys. Love more keys. Awesome. I didn't run an experiment in the security room. That's kind of okay. I should have. One of them could be dig up trash. But I don't really feel like walking back. So we get an office or just, you know, the lab straight up. We'll take a look at that again, but I'm not going to open the chest. Maybe we can get the Morning Star if we find the armory room. And that'll let us smash it open. None of these are really going anywhere. We'll take the locker room. It's going to spread keys, and we have a metal detector, so... Like, it's actually not the worst thing. Is that not the key? But yeah, we could use more keys. Maybe it's on the floor of in here. There we go. That's what was beeping. Just in case. There could very well be something. Now, we got to go somewhere else, and that's fine, too. Reading nook. Solid. These have a guarantee that will continue thanks to the library. Another sauna. I'll take you later if I can. We get swim bird. I'm a dare bird, right? You unlock dare mode in the old menu for a new save. I forgot about this one, but it's a lot of dare. We don't know what that means yet in that mode. The book does nothing. But we had to take something. Technically, we didn't have to take anything, but just in case there was any clue in there, but I don't think so, especially because it is from Mary, so something might be important. Okay. We can always trade the roommate key away for, hopefully, a vault. It's not the world's greatest set of rooms. We have to continue somehow, so we kind of have to go left here. We've kind of dug ourselves into a huge corner. Okay, gym it is. Thankfully, we can get out. You have the car keys in you, huh? On the bench, I guess it makes sense. This is a very spooky situation. We're dead. I'll take the kitchen. Because A, I want to see, is there anything, any indication of who we believe to be the chef angel? Is the fridge open? Do any of these cabinets open? I can't believe, I don't think I've tried this. They don't have any handles on them. Does the oven open? No. Okay, my bad for never trying this before. Maybe we did and I just don't remember. But it's the... Oh, damn. I think it's like the steak and eggs or something has the effect, but we got a different one. We're not getting a vault. We're trading for essentially nothing, so there's no point in trading either. I think we just run it back real quick. Didn't really get it. We can open some doors in the locker room. If it is in fact very specific, oh god, this way. Specific doors that need to be opened, we can run through all the rooms, find all the keys, come back to the locker room and try. And then we know never open those doors again, just in case there's a secret, right? Unless it's random every time, in which case I'm screwed. We'd pretty much have to like steal the locksmith with the electromagnet in order to do the locker room again. Okay, burned a key there. It was worth a shot. We just need to go again through every room to try to find some keys that were spread from the locker room. I guess we can come in here and see if there are any. There are 2 more keys. There are 4 trunks. 2 are in the pool. We know that. There's a key in here somewhere. Maybe you're pointing at the pool room? It only happens in this corner, so probably. Wish they would only trigger in the room you're in, but oh well. Where would the rest of you be? Not in here. Not in here. We got steps all day. Okay. We can look in the courtyard. I don't think I did that yet. And did I dig those up? I think we did. No, we haven't. And there's the other trunk. Or one of the other trunks, I suppose. Could have more keys. We're going to send it. Treasure map. Can I actually get it? Compass may have actually helped us live if I wasn't stupid. Okay, no treasure map for me this time. Where's this stupid thing? Pick this up real quick while I'm here. Broken lever. There's the key. Jesus, that's very invisible. Okay. I don't hear any beeps. I think that might be all we're getting, unless there's one in here. No beeps. We could screw around with that. I don't really see reason to. Where's the locker room? Okay, the locker room's ahead. There's another trunk. Okay. I didn't realize there was one in this one too. Because we have 2 dens. Okay, bunch of gems. Could have helped. Didn't. We lost another key, but let's go to the back of the locker room. We'll know what's on this side. And right, there's only so many have actual locks on them. Perfect. We'll open all these 3. Okay, I guess we'll open one more. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. Is that the one? It's not an anagram, right? That's where you rearrange things. A pseudonym is just a fake name. I don't even know who Kirk Darren is. It's also a green. Interesting. Running shoes. Okay, that makes sense. So green memo, which are sometimes the rules kind of change on those every once in a while. This has ducks. Okay. We'll call it a day. We have no break room. We have no observatory. We'll do it here. What's my allowance at? 49. Dear God. How sweet. Yeah, we at least learned a couple of things about the old morning room, but we'll keep going here. Not the morning room. The angels. I'm kind of locked in on the morning room, if you can't tell. Day 60, like January 4th or 5th or something at this point. Okay, we grab this guy. Come over here. We grab a hallway. We love a key. We love getting to the corner. Plop down a dead end. Storeroom, good enough for me. Parlor, let us continue. I want some keys. I want some gems. Sweet. Come over here. Now I'll take a corner. Den, you're useful elsewhere. Give me the pantry. Parlor, perfect. Could dead end. Could dead end. I'll take a guest bedroom. Let's try it. It would be a great parlor kind of move for me there. So let's mix it up, man. Let's mix it up. We can try to get to our 20 dead ends. There's 2. Let's come to this side, try to get 4. Take a dining room, sure. We can grab the lunchbox. Never hurt anybody. We're still more steps than we started, so like we're feeling pretty good. Okay, nope, no dead end. Lab, computer. We can mess with the security room. I'll take a nook. I'll take a nook. How's that sound? We don't have to take the library. We don't strictly need it. I'll take a den here. Now's not the worst time for it. We could dead end here all we want. It's not really an ideal set of things. I guess we'll take a parlor. And then we could dead end here. We can take the wine cellar. Get them out of the pool. If we can't get to 20, it still helps just to have them out there. So they're out of the pool, they're out of my face, and we can't draw them later when we need doors. You'll find this box. You'll open this box and find it empty. A true box contains the gems. Okay, well, this box and the white box are both false. This would have to be true, so you are inherently false. Which I think means you're also false, which means you're true. I don't know. Let's open that just because. Okay. You're true. You're false. You're false. Therefore, I don't know where the gems are. I'm just going to swing it. Okay. Use a spare bedroom here. We can save den for even one more room past this. It's a little better. Drawing room, similar, well, same shape. We get the gem back, and we get the reroll effect. Rather, the redraw effect. It's only roll if there's a dice involved, I suppose. You take a dead end. It's the garage. We love the garage. A lot of keys. I've only seen like an item in here on this table once, and I have to look every time. Because it's so... Wait, what if there was, right? Kitchen could have that morning room thing. Steps never hurt anybody. We'll probably see it later. We still have the entrance hall. I don't mind like snaking up this column here. It does eliminate our chances of getting dead ends, but... Okay, if we can do this in one, we can go back to the other parlor and open that box with this key. The gems are in a box with a false statement. Both statements on the blue box are true. Both of these statements are true. The gems are in this box. Okay, this is false. The gems cannot be... Okay, well, A, the blue box cannot be true. If the top line is true. Because then the gems would have to be in the box with a false statement, and they can't be in this box. So this is false. Which means I think that this has to be false. Which means this is true, and the gems are in you. Which means we've done it in one. That was easy. We can come back for the gems if we... In the other parlor. At any point. Do I hit this? Or do I keep snaking up the side while we have it? I think we keep doing this until we can't. I'll take the den here. More choices is more better. Take the West Wing Hall. Sure, let's just keep sending it. We could dead end all of these if we wanted to, right? If we keep getting this shape, which is quite a few dead ends if we want to try both. We get the dinner bell. We're still at the same number of steps as we started, and we have a metal detector. Corner. Give me a boudoir. I know the conservatory can only spawn in the corners. I don't like to mess with the rarity too much, because what happens if I screw it up? We can only affect one thing at a time, sure, but what happens if I make everything common? And it's all whack, and we lose the balance of things. I do need access to the antechamber. That is a thing that is true. Does it have to? It doesn't have to be from this door. We could easily get a greenhouse. Do I have a broken lever? I don't. We could easily open the weight room at some point. We don't have to eat the dining room, so we have steps. We have step potential. So I'm gonna take the bedroom closet for a dead end. 4 items. Running shoes will save my steps as well if we need to force a weight room, or the antechamber through the weight room. There's the dove coat, which, yes, whenever you draw it while drafting, you can rotate. We need to take the room, but guess what? We can rotate the room, which is sick. So it doesn't have to end in a dead end. The rotunda being here is just also funny. New room. Okay, very tall, very dove. A lot of dig spots. A letter. Hang on. Dear mother. Whose mother? This is Mary's, for Mary's mother. There's several letters, actually. And it won't really let me go back without just closing the box. So there's a bug there, but... Junie made it home safely. She must be like a childish here. Maybe. Or, you know, like 20 or something. The dean gave me permission. Right, the dean, campus. Yeah. Okay. Expect some more letters. This is the 5th letter. Statistically, a member of my family has found their way. Family flock. Of my flock has made its way home. Never mind. Class is engaging. Friends. 3 years. Herbert. Wedding doves. The what? The Mayhew like suits? I think. What? Okay. years of in a dormitory. The dormitory's hers. In Korarkica. We are returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. If the coast is not clear, lower the SD to warn us. I don't believe I know what that is. Maybe this is a different letter. FD? I can't tell. Could be L? East, that makes sense. With that, that's another hint. Korark is to the west. Basically everything's to the west, so that doesn't really help anybody, but we don't really need to know about that. And, I guess that's it in here. We get a little bit more lore. We get some doves. The effect is when you draw this room, so this is kind of pointless, but it at least has a neat effect, and it's when you draw it, so you never actually have to take it. Dormitory here is interesting. I wonder if that's a guaranteed type thing. I'm totally fine with a dead end, so let's take a closet just for more items. Take a key, I'll take this, I'll take that, and then where's my 4? Am I, like, clinically insane? Oh, is it coins? Is that the last item? I guess. I don't think I've ever seen coins in here, but at least it was 4, not 1. Or 3 and not 1. There's a pawn in here. Okay, well, goodbye. Very interesting. Glad we could get you. We have 2 more rooms, right? We need the morning room. And we need the kennel. Hopefully we see the drafting room and the kennel today. And then I just need to make a morning room happen, maybe from a kitchen. Check the drawing room here. We can YOLO. I think I saw an item over here, but maybe I'm crazy. Locked darkroom door. What can we get for 2 of these? Probably a room with a door. Passageway. That's a room with a door. Probably locked. Burning a lot of keys. Security. We have no key card. We should turn that off while we're at these top ranks. They were so likely to see a key card door. We'll need a breaker somewhere, but hopefully we just never see the doors, or we get a key card. We could run a lab as well. Don't see why not. Let's go ahead and do that. Not really point in connecting to one of the other terminals, so let's hit this. We want allowance, stars. Unsealing the antechamber doors is not bad. The pantry with fruit. I guess we'll take the lock picking. We don't have a lock pick today. We're not that likely to find... well, we don't have a shovel today, do we? That was the last one, so... we'll take that. We're always likely to see at least a couple of upgraded floor plans. Okay, no south entrance today. We could continue that way. I think we do that. I'd still like to see the kitchen. Get this, we get a gem, we get to check out another book. It's been a while since we've read Volume 3. Let's hit it. Volume 2 told us about Korarkica a little bit. Mountains. Beautiful. Instant take. We get the final room. The kennel. Okay. We don't need to take this room every time. There's really no reason to. There's not even a gem in the safe. It tells us the Great Hall, which could be useful because we may need it in order to get into the antechamber for the thing today. Take a pool because it goes up and down. Get to the antechamber for the basement key. We do really want that. And it's going to have to be right antechamber if we want it to be today. Let's take the office. We do get a gem back, so it's not the worst. Maybe we'll get a conference room right here, so let's not hit it yet. Oh, crap. Okay, don't screw me like that. We're gonna want like a locksmith if we see it. We have options for rooms, so like if we dead end on a locksmith, that's not the worst thing in the world. Right, I shouldn't be up here. I should have never been up here. Okay, I don't want to burn too many steps either, but let's do this. We don't have to take a weight room because we can't access south antechamber. I'll take a commissary. Makes this a little spooky for completion's sake. We're going to have to get a very specific thing to get to this room. Or although we do still have the pool room, so never mind. I'll take this for whatever you got. A shovel, some gems, a magnifying glass, no keys. But I'll take all the gems. And if you have a locksmith soon, I'd love to take it. If you have a key on the floor, I'd love to take it. If we get the locker room, I'd love to take it. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll here because I don't feel like ending right now. Solarium's interesting. I'm gonna re-roll again. Showroom, interesting. Gym, I'll take it. Not the greatest room in the world, but okay. Locked door here is not good. Locksmith, we can't still access this. We can't still access this. We need keys. So we're going to grab the lockpick kit. Do we make a special key? Theoretically, it could be a vault key, which still needs to happen. I don't know if those count as special keys. Could also be a silver key, which is not good. I'll take 2 keys right now rather than 3 after a couple more coins. Okay, we don't really have to ever come through here again unless we need more keys. Let's go here. Do we go up top again? We'll probably need more keys than this, so no. Although we have the lockpick. Chamber of Mirrors, not what I want. We have gems. We can put down a cloister. We get to dig. Okay, it was on the right this time. I just want to put that out there. It was on the right this time. You have to click both, it seems. 2? I swear there's been 3 here every single other time. That's absurd. Okay, we don't get any effect from the classroom. So let's just take a workshop here. We can at least get a battery pack. Which was the thing beeping, and you go detector shovel again. Unless we see a freezer, in which case we'd like to burning glass the freezer, because there's a note from Herbert in there, so we need to see it. We can definitely go pump room here. We know we draft this from the entrance hall. I feel like we're getting 100% today. I feel like today is the day. I feel like we're playing this quite well. This hooks into the foundation. And Archives does guarantee it, but it screws me completely the rest of the day. And this gets me a thing and some keys. Progress for the trophy. What the hell? So much adding. 5, 8, 2, 10, minus 5. Oh, oh god, there's an add on this row. I didn't even see that. Okay, so this is 5. It's going to be 8, 2, and 2, so the answer is 2. I didn't know they could do that. That must be where this is getting harder. 6 plus 3 is 9. Minus 3 is 6. 18. 1, 5, 7, 10. 3 divided by 1 is still 3. Okay, no squaring today. Key card. Key card would let us cook with the security room, but we've seen so many doors, I doubt anything is going to be a security room anyways. Okay, I need to turn right here. You bastard. It's always when we see the goddamn study that I get screwed. I just want to point that out. We were so close once again. We're going to lose by potentially 1 room on filling up the house. You need more rerolls, or we need to see the study earlier so we can use all our gems to reroll is what we need. What's the backup plan here? Getting to the antechamber, which would be like a secret garden for the east door, or I believe the Great Hall is the other east door. We didn't have the opportunity with the experiment to unlock antechamber doors. So it's really just that. And we have to draft it in these last couple of rooms. Well, I'll go all the way back up because getting to the entrance hall is going to take a minute. Love to see a freezer otherwise. Otherwise, we still accomplish something, and that is getting all of the rooms in the pool. We are now done with that. We just need to actually see the kennel, take the kennel, and take the morning room. And I'll see it one more time. Lockpick worked. All right. You can spend gems to get into the antechamber, at least. Yeah, okay. Take a corridor. We'll allow this to happen, because in the last couple of rooms we can try to spam for what I believe is the Great Hall by re-rolling with gems. We want both of these rooms, I think. The armory really doesn't do much at this current point. Couple of coins. Okay. We re-roll until we see the Great Hall. Or we see the kitchen. The kitchen is the only other room where this makes sense, so that we can try to get the breakfast thing for morning room. Thank you very much. We could afford it. Thank you. Wonderful. There's the kennel. I have no vault key. We could still re-roll in the entrance hall, so we take the kennel here. Where's the Twitter user that's like, you cannot pet the dog in Blueprints. Can I pet this dog in Blueprints? Yes, you can. We get no hand effect, but only he wants scratches. Thank you, thank you. You can't pet the other ones, but it's okay. They're a little busy. You're munching. You're the petter. You're just sitting there, and you're the barker, or are you the barker? Anyways, they all look exactly the same. We get some harness, or some leashes here, some bowls. Cat. Now, it's the only thing this room tells me. What does this room actually do? Each time you dig, unlock all doors in that room. It's not the worst effect in the world if you get it earlier. Is this is a standard? Okay. And we only pushed it into existence today. And fairly recently in the order of things, so not the worst. I need to write this down. I think this is the castle puzzle, isn't it? The C and the A make a lot of sense. However, what also makes a lot of sense is, let me find it here, wherever we wrote this. There's two more things we've seen like this. I have no idea which page it's on anymore. I think it's on the first page, actually. We've seen this in the backside of the, what was it called? The secret entrance, the hidden bookshelf room, the hallway, which I think now tells me something here. You don't know where the top is. So this is a little messed up. We don't know what we're doing here, but we know the left side completely. Well, actually, we do know this. Right. I don't know where the door goes. That's what I'm trying to say. I do know that I guess we can do this down here. This goes castle. Whoops. This goes castle. And we know we can predict through the height of the cat, maybe, and this, that this goes S-T-L-E. The T is on the bottom, and he's clearly standing on it. So we believe this is the T. Where the door goes, we don't know. We don't know in relation. We know that there's a gap of 1 between this, but it could go like this. And it could go like this. None of these really spell words. So door still goes in there, and that's right. There's one more, which I believe will actually tell us this, and we can go see it today. I'm not going to forget. Think about what it is if you can't think of it right now. But I know what it is, which is very telling. Okay. We haven't completed it, and I don't know. There's the problem. We're about to have drafted every single room, unless it's in the morning room. It could very well be in the morning room, the last part of this puzzle, which would be insane that it's 2 of the last rooms we've found have part of this puzzle. But anyways, I'm going to keep you in the dark until we actually get down there. I just need to find my way through this goddamn house because it's confusing. We need to re-roll in the entrance hall until we either get a morning room or we get a great hall. That's it. Those are the only 2 things that will satisfy me today. Locker room may also do it, but it's a little... Nah. Seeing the sauna again, sure. A freezer would also do... Okay, great hall. And I'm going to try to lockpick everything. We do have the drafting studio. So we are able to tell... Okay, there it is, and it is east, so we can get to the antechamber today, which will get us a basement key, which we need. Do I have enough steps? We should still have. I don't need to open any more of these doors, so this actually doesn't matter anymore. I'm glad we did that. We have food. We have no furnace, so the pizza's not going to be any better, but this will give us steps to get to the basement. Key. Do I have a key card? Yes, I do. We can pop out of the foundation. However, the foundation... Okay, no, it is connected to the rest of the house, the main path. So we can save a couple steps that way. I have running shoes, so this should be no problem. The steps needed in order to complete this. both of our goals, in fact. We're going to come out here. We're going to go into Blackbridge. Because this room... We thought it was some kind of binary thing. It's kind of funny. It's in this room. But we get the II, and we can combine this with the OO. So the way I think it lays out now is it I, space, I, and then the OO, which gives us the location of the D as well. Let's actually spell this out because I'm going to need to read this. Now, I don't know what the hell this is leading to because none of these are words. They're not words yet, I suppose. No. This is I-O-O. That's part of door, which means there's an R next to this, and there's a D here. Somewhere, there's another puzzle that should lay out this, 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 this. And this. So maybe two more even. The R is correct. Hang on. And the D. I can't, right? Apparently. R. D. Ignore all these extra lines. I'm going to remove them at some point. Maybe I'll try to remove them right now. There we go. There we go. I don't know where those came from. Just while you have the thing open like this. And there's my pencil again. I love Photoshop. Anyways. C-I space A space D. Maybe it's not completable either. Maybe I just have to figure it out from there. But there's something happening there. And well, it has to be either in a room we've seen before, or this door in the bottom, or the morning room. We're going to come up through the foundation right now to save the fewest of steps. Technically, I could also pull the room 46 lever. I don't believe there's a need for that. While we're here, no, I really don't think so. I'm gonna hit the key card to drop this. Yeah, I don't think there's a need for room 46 to just waste the time running all the way down. I have to hit the button, don't I? Thought I did, to be honest with you. I'm still pissed the frack off that I missed this by one room, but I did it to myself, I guess. We just need lots of dice or some other ability to reroll via the study or something else that lets you reroll. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it could be. There's something else. I don't know. Let's see. We're going up to grab the basement key in order to bring down to the tunnel. Which thankfully is one more thing we can do today. You're done and that's sweet. Could be in the locker room. One of those things might have a note with a code in the locker room. You never know. Could be on the back of this. There's no spot to turn the page. Okay, we take this down to the tunnel. I guess, well, no, we don't have a locker room today. Yeah, that was the last one, I think, but that's what I mean by it. It's either in the morning room, this tunnel thing, or in a room we've seen before. And the locker room is one of them, with presumably a secret we haven't solved, as most rooms do. Because it's a very weird room where it's just spread keys, bunch of locked doors. Why are there a bunch of locked doors? You hiding anything? Maybe. Okay. And it is like technically, well, it's technically a normal room, but it's not a, permanent mainstay room. You have to add it. It's the other reason I want to look at the sauna, I think, again, because I didn't really look in the sauna the last time we had seen it. We just kind of went there and saw the effect of, you know, being in the sauna. We also have an outer room to play still, which I guess we'll do after we check this tunnel thing. Maybe it'll help. We could donate 3 coins to a shrine. That's nothing. Okay, but we have this key for this room. Wonderful. One long way later. Bada bing, bada boom. Basement key. Please tell me it is the basement key. Okay, that makes sense. We need a key card as well. Thankfully, this door stayed open, so we don't need this. We shouldn't need the basement key. We shouldn't need a key card. We need the power hammer. Okay. So it's some kind of check on... I don't know. They're just forcing me to wait to see what the hell they're doing in here. It is just marked as unknown in the bottom. And then this should become like tunnel or something soon. No, it still says unknown. Okay. 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 So we need a power hammer. So we need a code check, which is fine. That could very well be the last use of the power hammer. So it might now finally be time to get rid of the power hammer. But for right now, we still need it. What else could we need? It does turn. I can't think of another thing. We might need to burn something, right? So we might need the torch or the magnifying glass. We can reroll with gems here. We have a shovel. We could try to dig in the root cellar just in case there's something. I don't really care for donating 3 coins, so I guess we'll try this. Like, do you have anything special? You're not full of like, potatoes or turnips or anything? There's 1 turnip. I mean, you are the root cellar, right? It's just normal dirt. There's also some water. Hang on. Search continues. Carriage light. No sign has been found yet. If you found a new clue, you know what to do. I don't think I had seen that note before. We don't actually... It's not really a watering can. We've seen this and we've used this. I guess we don't... Do we know who our father is? Maybe this was made before our father existed, but... Oh, well, no. Yeah, we do. He writes us a letter in the mailroom. And so he's around, at least, so that's good. A very interesting thing. I guess this would tell you the people, and it has the crest, which is interesting, right? The Sinclair, the Epstein, and the music one from Jones combines into us. I really said Epstein, huh? Do I have a break room? We do. So let's run up to the break room. We can end the day, get a key card. I think the progress down there stays. We don't need... I hope we don't need the basement key, a key card, a power hammer, whatever comes after, all in the same day. It's not the biggest deal if we do, but... the first key door at least remained unlocked. So that's very good. We're gonna come... Oh, right. We did some messed up stuff here. If we don't go through the foundation, we have to go quite a while to get up here. Because we did this very strange chain, which worked quite well. However, there's not really any shortcuts. And then we linked up with the passageway. Looking for the break room, which is going to be down. It's the weirdest house I've ever made, man. And I guess we're just getting the music from, well, the unknown room downstairs. Classic saxophone song. Broken lever. I don't know where you came from. We might need a broken lever actually down there after the power hammer, which is a good thing to think about, I guess. But I would have been upset if I had to go all the way back now that we had found this in the corner. But pretty much, thanks for watching. We have the castle thing. I don't know what it's telling me. Nothing appears to be words. But we have something. One room short of a full house. Morning room. That's it. Morning room is room 120. And because we ate the steak and eggs or whatever it was, we have 2 in the pool for tomorrow. Because we've seen it before without having eaten the steak and eggs. So it's definitely just in the pool. We might want to take whatever's green rooms are more common. There's a room that does that. But we'll see that tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And yeah, see you tomorrow for the next one.